it's important that you don't have vague dreams. Like, it's easy to just say, like, you know, the obvious that the majority of people might want or need in life, but you have to really be like very, very specific about your goals and what you need out of life and where you want to go, and be real with yourself. Like, I talk about this all the time. You need to know why. You need to know why you are doing the things you need to do. You need to know why. You need to know why. Because if you don't know why, then everything's going to be vague, you know, vague dreams, goals. It's just going to end up with vague life, vague everything. You need to have specifics, like, yo, this is what I want to happen. And then once you know why, that's when you can start to manage it and put clear steps in place. It's hard to have discipline, guys, when you don't know what you want to do. You don't know why you're doing the things you're doing. Like, what's the point? What's the point in actually doing what you love? What's the point in actually doing what you like if you don't know why you're doing it? Like, of course you're going to do it because you love it. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, why? And, you know, if you're doing something and you don't know why, and an answer doesn't actually come to you, then is it something you should be doing? And if you know that there's something else that can define the why, can provide for that aspect of yourself that needs a certain thing, that certain goal or dream, that is the thing that you should be doing completely. Like, you should have no doubt about it. And of course, like, it takes time to really for some people, many people, it takes time for them to know exactly what they want to do in life. It takes time for them to fully know their purpose, if you want to say it like that, which is respectable, 100%. But I think we all know deep down, this is what I would love, you know, this is what I would love. And then once you know what you would love, whether it's to live free on an island or just to have, I don't know, like, your whole family to be happy and free and safe. I don't know what it might be. That's some of my ones though. But once you know what it is, your why, everything you do should align with it 100%. Like, you shouldn't be doing nothing that doesn't align with it, or you shouldn't be working for someone else that you don't even care about, in a field you don't even care about, if it doesn't align with you get me? Like, it's simple, guys. Like, just know why, and revisit and adjust your goals if you have to. Like, you know, sometimes things, like I said, can be vague. Sometimes it can be the obvious, like, everyone wants that, everyone wants this, and you know, like, it's okay to revisit them, refine them, and say, you know what, like, this is like, yo, this is why, like, this is why this has to happen, because this and this and this. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know if, like, in English, or like you guys ever learnt in school or something, like, there was something called the 5 W's, like who, what, where, why, when. I think it was that. But do you get me? Like, it makes sense. Like, and life is a story. Our life is actually like a story. Like, we can write a story, and that's something you have to know when in story writing and creative writing and all that type of stuff. So why do we not apply it to our lives? Like, we need to know why, what, where, you know what I mean? All these when, all these questions, like, they really do help us to answer, like, the simple things we are almost asking ourselves, in a sense. And I feel like we have to, how do I say this? We have to really, really, really redefine failure, you know, like, failing is just another step closer to what we need. It's another step closer to our goals, and it's okay to fail. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we really do have to think about things on a brighter scale. Like, not everything is as deep and dark as it seems and feels. Like, once you can start to see things in a different light, you can really you can redefine everything. You can change everything about a situation, and situations you get into will just be lighter on you, less stressful, less, you know, onto you, because you know how you perceive them at the end of the day. Like, doesn't matter what anyone else tells you, like, you know how you perceive something, and that's what's important. And I feel like sometimes this question helps, like, confronting your fears. Like, okay, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. Okay, cool. You're aware of it, and that's fine. Like, that's fine. Once you know it, you can change it by asking yourself, what is the worst that could happen? No, for real though, it's serious. Like, what is the worst that could happen? And then when you ask yourself that question, I don't think, like, it can't be as near as the worst thing that could happen. You know what I mean? Like, listen, like, just do what you have to do. Do what you have to do for yourself. Like, your love, your mind, your family, everything. Like, because it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. Like, guys, tap into what you're supposed to be doing. Tap into you, yourself, your mind, your love, everything. Because, like I said, what is the worst that could happen? And then, like, yeah, okay. Once we tapped into that energy, it is about taking risks at the end of the day. Like, we can't just, like, guys, we can't just stay in the same place. Like, this is something I'm learning in myself too. This is why I speak to you guys, because I can speak to you guys about it. But it's something that I'm trying to do myself. Like, I'm trying to take more risks now, because even myself, like, I've been in a bubble, like, I've been in a box. Like, you gotta break out the box. And the only way to do that is take a risk. You get me? And sometimes people with small minds, small heads, will literally see that as something that's, risky, and, oh no, I don't want to, oh, that's not good, But bruv, like, you really do have to take risks, because if we don't, we're not going to see the light. We're not going to see our goals come into the world and into play. Like, we have to turn what's up in here in our heads into physical, like, into the physical now. I want to see it now. And that's someone I'm like, that's what I'm like, like, that's why you have to really analyze these things that may be holding you back in every level, like, and be real with yourself, be real with yourself, because it's not a joke. Life's not a joke. We're here, we're living. This is beautiful. Remember, it's beautiful. This is something to be grateful for. And life isn't a joke. So just seeing this helicopter, do you want to see it? I'm always interrupting the video though with something, I swear down. No, sorry. And then there's some dogs that someone's walking, and the dogs are getting angry. Just wait for it to pass so you guys don't not hear me. But yeah, it's so important that we take these risks, man. I feel like only small-minded people don't take risks, and you're not a small-minded person. And if you feel like you are, then maybe it's just time to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Like, just take little risks. Like, it doesn't have to be a mad thing. Like, it could just be something different that you do on a day, like, that you wouldn't usually do. That's just a small risk that you're taking yourself out of, and that's powerful in itself completely. I feel like motivation, you know what, this is actually a topic I haven't really spoke on this channel yet, but I think motivation's interesting, don't you think? Because motivation is it's almost like a feeling, like, oh, I feel motivated to do this today. I feel motivated to do this today. And then I feel like people are lacking it, and they're looking for it. But I'm telling you, yeah, we've already discussed our why. Like, we need our why. Once you know, like, your why, motivation shouldn't even be a question. Like, why are you thinking about motivation? It's about discipline at that point, because, you literally, I know I keep saying yo, I don't know why I keep saying yo, but you literally have everything ahead of you. You already know why you're doing it. It's for a bigger purpose and a bigger cause now. So the motivation is there already. Like, it should just be there. If you have that on your mind all the time, like, okay, this is why I'm doing this. Like, this is serious. You shouldn't even be thinking about motivation. It's just discipline at that point. Like, put things in place for you to do what you're supposed to be doing now. Like, literally, you already know what you should be doing. You already know why you're doing it. Put the things in place. Put actionable steps. Like, literally, if you have to write it down, but just make sure you do it. Like, I couldn't stress this enough. It's discipline at that point, and we're not going to see results if we don't have the discipline. Create a routine that aligns with you, your intentions, all of it. Like, it's important, and this should be a daily thing. Like, you have to track it as well. Like, every day, create a routine that aligns with these goals and these skills that we have, and then track that progress on a deeper level and see where you have been and where you are. And I feel like one more thing I want to speak on is, check who's around you, because we talked about this. We talked about how, like, it's important to have the right people around you, but on a level though, like, you're in control of yourself, your mind and everything. Now check who's around you, check if you're in the right spaces, check if you in the right location, all of it, and see if that you should be there. Like, is the energy aligning with who you are and who you're supposed to be? And if it is, then great. But if it's not, you need to remove yourself from them locations, them people, all of that. Remove yourself. And then also, at the end of that, take all limitations from your mind away, like, now. Like, I'm not joking. This is serious now. We've literally went through everything it takes to get there. We've went through. So there's no excuse now. Take all the limitations away. There's nothing to fear. The worst thing is not going to happen. You get me? So just keep going. And I love you.